What up, what up? It's the Diz What It Is podcast. Y'all know what time it is, man. It's your boy DJ Diz, the world famous. I got my right hand man, Southside Seas. What up?
What up, though?
And today our special guest, the one and only former Virginia Beach Commissioner of Human Rights, our brother, our friend.
Yes, sir.
One of the leading ministers in the Moorish Temple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brother Kenneth L.
Peace and love.
Brother Kenneth L. What up? What up? What up?
All right, what's happening? What's happening?
So y'all already know, man, it's gonna be a heavy show. It's gonna be some knowledge dropped on y'all. Make sure y'all get your ears open.
Definitely.
It's gonna be a dope show, man. Make sure y'all stay tuned for sure.
Definitely extending Black History Month an extra week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We wanted to definitely
It's not long enough.
We wanted to recap Black History Month in its entirety, man. So why would we get I say the blackest brother I know. But in his words, he wouldn't call us black, man. And he gonna dive into that, man, on what we should be calling ourselves, man, and all of that. So what's up, man? I'm gonna start like this, man. It's been a wild week. See how you feel, man. What's going on, kid?
Outside of being faded from last night, the week was decent, man. The weather was a little funny, you know what I'm saying? It was really cold this week. You know what I mean?
Man, people getting sick too, man. Over there in that coronavirus shit.
Yeah, B. Like I saw something that said 70% of humanity is gonna get touched by this shit.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm hearing it's like some badass cold you can't get rid of. You get me? So I don't know. I know my son.
Is that frozen? No, it's not.
My son.
I got corona, by the way. Shout out to the for the coronavirus, I guess.
Yeah, but a decent week though. Decent week. I can't front. You know.
That's what it is, man. Brother Kenneth.
Yes.
How was your week, man?
It was a very, very productive week. I'm looking forward to this week. Just like I said, concerned about the coronavirus. That's definitely an issue. We see a whole lot of people being affected around the world with it. Mm-hmm. So just encourage, working on my immune system, making sure that I'm prepared and I'm keeping my hands clean, washing my hands and making sure my family's doing the same thing. So if anything, I look at it just an opportunity for us to wake up and really get proactive about our health.
Right, and we're going to dive into that too, man, about how these viruses and all these world epidemics are actually linked to health and diet and the things that we put into our body, man. So we're going to get real deep on y'all today. Hoping y'all stay tuned on that, man.
So coronavirus shit, bro, like sneezing round, coughing round people, that's like fighting words, bro. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's like fighting. Like you sneeze around me because it's on. Like, so I don't know what. Nah.
So you scared to get on a plane right now?
I definitely not flying. I'm definitely not taking any form of public transportation right now. I'm kind of skeptical about Ubers, bro.
Words, mom?
Word. Like I'm kind of scared, bro.
Oh wow.
I'm kind of scared. I'm really kind of scared.
I'm not, yo. I feel them. But yo, I don't think it's gonna affect us. Look, cause I feel like the same thing happened with the bird flu, and the swine flu, and the Ebola. It never really it don't never really hit us to be affected. So do you think that's why we don't care enough?
You might not care.
I'm shook daddy.
I'm shook daddy. Like I'm seeing people.
Sketch trying to be on the next podcast.
I'm seeing people.
Yo, shout out to the Miracle Man Sketch.
Definitely Ski.
We definitely want to get Ski Burn on the podcast real soon, man. We got something lined up for you.
I'm seeing people in the store with masks on, bro.
Yeah.
Like
this shit real.
It's getting wicked. Like you know what I'm saying? What was the one movie where Outbreak.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody's saying that too. So from your perspective, right? Mm-hmm. I know you real big on the health and all of that. What do you say is like the link to all of this? Because you said it's been around before and you heard this story over and over again of how these world epidemics affecting a lot of people dying off it. What do you think is like the big link to that?
Well, according to my portion of understanding, I think it's directly related to our diet, primarily an overconsumption of meat. Mm-hmm. I know recently the Chinese government came out and encouraged their citizens to go vegan because a lot of these diseases are coming from animals.
Okay.
Swine flu, the coronavirus. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you're eating meat excessively or eating rats and cats and dogs and all types of animals, then you kind of subject yourself to that sort of those sort of diseases.
Right. Wow. So you eat animals, you get the diseases
that the animals have.
The animals get, right. So you can't get mad cow disease if you don't eat beef.
Exactly. See, I actually stay away from all that stuff. So my suggestion, recommendation, I encourage everyone to do is really just being proactive with your health, eating more fruits and vegetables, slowly but surely transitioning off of the meat. Don't go doing it all at once. It may be a bit much.
The meat.
But yes, get off the meat. Look.
But y'all gotta get off that meat.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta get off. Y'all gotta get off that meat. Physically, literally,
get off that meat,
and metaphorically speaking.
Don't bring them t-shirts on. Get off that meat.
Everything is direct. Everything related to our everything. Every aspect of our health is directly related to our diet.
Right.
Everything. We don't take our diet serious enough. We don't consume enough alkaline food. We aren't eating enough vegetables and fruits. We're overdoing it with toxins.
Right, so let me catch you there with the alkaline food. I know a lot of people are now getting hip to the alkaline water.
Right.
So break that down for me. What's the best water to drink as far as alkalinity goes?
All right. There's a lot of science on the water.
Okay.
My suggestion, what I drink personally, I drink the Kangen water, ionized water. It's 9.5 on the pH scale. But when I don't have access to that, then I just try to get some spring water. And the thing about this is the whole science about the water thing. Okay. Our body is mostly water. Our blood, our brain 90% water, the body like 80% water.
Right.
So what happens is if you consume too much acidic products, acidic foods, you create a toxic environment for your body.
Too much booze.
Too much booze, yeah, all of that. Now, there's a gentleman by the name of Dr. Otto Warburg. He received a Nobel Prize for discovering that cancer cells grow and multiply in an acidic environment back in the 30s. So a solution to reducing the cancer cells growing and multiplying in our body is us creating more of an alkaline environment for our blood cells.
Okay.
So it's important to eat high alkaline based foods.
So what's a good alkaline based food then? So if we know about the water, the average water consumer will now go into the store and buy a Smart Water or a Fiji, or they stick to spring water. They hip to the not getting purified water thing.
Right.
So what's a good alkaline food for somebody who's not hip to it, somebody who don't know, somebody who will be watching now who don't really know about it?
Yeah, I would encourage you to do your own research. I can tell you a few things. Like me, I'm a plant-based eater, so lots of rice and beans and fruits, vegetables, lots of smoothies. Okay. That's the main way that I get most of my alkaline foods. I wake up every day and I make a smoothie, and I got a ninja at the house. I put a whole orange in there, a whole lime, whole avocado minus the skin and the seed on the inside. But that, along with fulvic and humic minerals, a lot of stuff that Voss put me on. So Voss, holla at him.
Voss the vegan. Shout out to my man Voss the vegan.
Real, honest to the good brother Voss, man. Because first of all, let me do this because I didn't get my honors to start, man. Praise Allah, honors to His Prophet, honors to all past and present leaders of the Morning Science Temple of America. Give honors to all true and divine prophets, Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, and Confucius. Honors to my mama, my daddy, my cousin. Honors to the good brothers here for hosting the show. Honors to all everybody watching, all your family, your friends. We send honors to you, and we hope that you enjoy this. So, try to do that. And that's my formality.
Right now,
everybody.
Now, as a formality, that's what you have to do. Explain to people who you are and like really what this Moorish thing is all about. Because we got you on the day because we know what you're about. You're our brother. But for the people watching, they might not know what being a Moor is all about, or they might still be calling themselves black, man. Break that down.
Got you. Well, peace and love. So, again, I am a Moorish American. Being Moorish American simply means I'm a descendant of Moroccans and I'm born in America. That's my nationality. I understand that I'm not Negro, black, or colored, and I don't consider any of us to be Negro, black, and colored because those were names that were given to us during the time of slavery. All those brands came from European psychology. So I'm a faithful member of the Moorish Science of America. I serve as the Supreme Grand Divine Minister out of our home office out of Chicago, 932 East 79th Street. Honors to my Supreme Grand Chief Kenya Umar Bey, all his officials and staff. And essentially what we do is through the Moorish Science of America, we teach our people the truth about our nationality and our birthrights. So we want our people to know the history about who we are and the contributions that we made here in America prior to the Civil War. They just ended so-called Black History Month, 28 days or 29 days, whatever.
Another week.
And we're still talking about our history.
What up?
However,
we're gonna do something.
It's important to know that our history predates the Civil War.
Right.
It predates what's known as Black history. We are the ancient Moors. We've been in this land. Our contributions to the world are really, we the mothers and fathers of civilization. And we all know we're the original man. However, through European psychology, we all are divided mentally. So mentally, we call ourselves Negroes, blacks, colors, African American. However, we're one nation of people.
Right. So you saying like, I know we was talking on cam earlier, and you were saying how black folks. Oh, it did froze up. Damn. I know you were saying how. Hit reconnect. No, don't hit finish. Hit reconnect. That's it. Trying to reconnect. There you go. Damn. Well, anyway, I know you were saying. I know you were saying how black is not necessarily what we should be calling ourselves. We're not a color.
Right.
And we're not Negro, and we're not African American because that's two continents.
Right.
So break that down for us. Like, how does that work?
Got you. And first, before I go into this, I want everybody to consider that this year, every 10 years, the census is done. So this year, the 2020 census, this is the first time ever that the U.S. government is asking about your nationality.
Okay.
So there's actually an option now when you do the census this year, when you select, if let's say you select black or white, whichever, if you select and identify as black or white, you have to specify nationality. So if you're black, they're going to say, okay, where are you from in Africa? You can't just say you black, you from African American, but where specifically are you from? If you claim to be white, they're going to specify, okay, what is your nationality? So if we go through it and just look at it for what it is, okay? A Chinese man is from China, Japanese man from Japan, a Nigerian from Nigeria, Jamaican is Jamaican, Russians from Russia. Everybody is identified by their nationality because we are the one race, which is the human race, and that's how the human race is divided and recognized.
Right.
Here in America particularly, our nationality was taken away from us. And because of that, we've been enslaved in our own land. And to camelback on quote-unquote so-called Black History Month, Martin Luther King Jr. made in his famous I Have a Dream speech that everyone always knows about.
Right.
He made a comment about 3 minutes in, and he said, the Negro, he said 100 years later, the Negro finds himself languished in the corners of American society and finds himself in exile in his own land. That was
break that down for me. Break that down for me.
We find ourselves in exile in our own land. And exile essentially means we've been somewhat cast out. We're treated like the outcasts in our own homeland. This is the land of our foremothers and our forefathers.
Right.
We built America.
We were here before Columbus.
We were here before Columbus. We're going to be here well after. So, and then you have Marcus Garvey, who's the Harbinger. That's someone that I think everyone should get familiar with his program and what he brought.
I tell my students a lot about Marcus Garvey, man. They don't know enough about him, man.
And the greatest secret, one of the greatest kept secrets, is Prophet Noble Drew Ali. We do not talk about Prophet Noble Drew Ali. He's one of the greatest Americans that has made significant contribution to American history, but he was intentionally left out from our history books. And a lot of people are familiar with Malcolm X, not considering that he actually was Malik El.
Which is Moorish.
Right.
Okay, and so that all basically comes back down to us.
Exactly.
Okay.
Even the Nation of Islam. And honor to my good brothers from the Nation of Islam. Honor to Elijah Muhammad, who realistically is, he was Robert Poole Bey before he founded the Nation of Islam. So he was also with the Moorish Science Team of America, as was Dr. Malachi Z. York El, who founded the Nubian Moors. Farad Muhammad, every group you could think of in America. Noble Drew Ali was the first one to bring and start teaching true Islam here in America. So all of us, the whole world, needs to get familiar with who he is and understand the principles that we teach. We specifically teach the principles of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice.
Okay.
Universal principles, they apply to everybody. We got to show love, we got to tell the truth, we got to be peaceful, enjoy our freedoms, and justice. And honor Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, and Confucius, because Jesus brought love, Muhammad brought truth, Buddha brought peace, Confucius brought freedom, and Noble Drew Ali brought justice.
Yo, there you go. That's how you break it down, man. For somebody who doesn't know anything about the Moorish Society or the Moorish Temple, my man Kenneth L will break it down for you, man. Anybody interested in getting more information about that too, man, you can also follow him. I know you got an event coming up, right?
Yes. You can find me on Facebook. I have a public fan page called Kenneth L Speaks. That is my motivational speaker page. You can catch me up there and contact me if you want me to come out, do any motivational speaking to any groups or any events. And on March 21st, I have my first public speaking engagement as a motivational speaker. I'm asking all my people to support, help me ensure this person is a success.
Right.
So you can go to Eventbrite and you can just type in Power of Thought, and that's what this first event will be about. I'll be going in detail about the power of thought, understanding how we can create a heaven or hell here on earth through our thoughts.
Okay.
Literally how we can manifest everything. So
That's dope.
hit me up, Kennick L on Facebook, Kennick_L on Instagram. Most importantly, just stay connected to this good brother, and then you catch me too, because this family. So
You
you ain't gotta find me if you find them.
You
I'll be
already
here.
know, man. Diz know what it is. I got my right hand man, Southside Seas. You know we do this each and every Sunday.
What's good?
Screaming in the building. Vox the Vegan in the building. You know we just kicking it, man. Got my brother, our special guest Kennick L, man, giving us some knowledge about the Moorish temple. And, you know, recapping our Black History Month, man. It ain't over for us. They gave us a leap day. We're going to take another day.
Yeah, we taking a whole nother day.
Yeah, we're going to take a whole nother day.
We might take another week.
And we're going to break down this black thing, man. You know, it's 2020. We got to stop calling ourselves niggas. We got to stop being niggas. That whole mentality got to die. For real.
Yeah, like did we catch it on live, the part about the census?
Nah.
Alright, so
is that hold on, is that shit really important? Like,
yes.
I was watching this conversation with a congresswoman. I can't remember her name. Black congresswoman. She was on LeBron's show. The Shop.
Okay.
She was on LeBron's show.
I still know who you're talking about.
Right, but a politician. I don't know her name, so I ain't mad at you if you don't know her name. But you get what I'm saying. Either way, she was talking about the census being mad important.
Yes.
And to me, you know, I've filled it out, but I know some people who really don't give a fuck about this census. So, break it down for me. Is that shit really important for us?
Yes, I believe it is very, very important. We got to understand that first, we always complaining about government.
Okay.
We always complaining about what the government is doing and what's going on. However, Marcus Garvey, he said not to run from your government. It's very important that we are properly recognized and identified. The census is an opportunity for the federal government to develop anti-discriminatory policies. So they can make sure they don't discriminate against anybody on the basis of their, you know, either their religion, their nationality, any of the basic protected classes. We as a people we know we're consistently violated regularly. It happens too often. But because we're not very knowledgeable and active within government, we don't even know the proper agencies or parties to go to report these things. And by us not being active and by us not filling out the census properly, it's essentially like we don't even exist.
Wow.
So we're not even at the table to discuss the distribution of wealth or resources to our people.
Right. So they argue the government is giving out this money, but
you ain't at the table.
Right.
If you
not
never show up,
you essentially don't exist.
Yeah. If you don't say you exist, then hey, why should nobody knows you exist.
Right.
So I think it's very important, and we as Moorish Americans are actually looking to educate our people on the proper way to fill out the census. And one thing that we're recommending, just a recommendation, is that when we do fill out the census, because this year the census is asking you specific questions pertaining to your nationality. First time ever that the census is asking about that. So if you are a so-called white person and you select white, you got to specify your nationality. Are you Italian? Are you German?
Are they going to give us that option?
Yeah, so the option's for everybody.
So if we say, if it's black, what box do I check if I don't call myself black? If I don't want to recognize myself as black, I'm not black.
Great question.
Am I African? Am I
This is the recommendation.
American? I'm not African American. That's two continents,
right?
right?
I wasn't born in Africa.
I wasn't born in Africa. I was born here in America.
Yeah, the recommendation that came from the Alliance for the Ministerial Alliance for Moorish Americans. Honest to all the ministers that are part of that. However, the recommendation and the National Alliance for Moorish American Progress as well. But the recommendation from those two groups, as well as the Moorish Scientific American Incorporated group, all groups of Moors that are met, we making a recommendation that we fill out and select some other race, and we write in Asiatic/Moorish, because we are part of the Asiatic nation.
Right.
All right. So the joint went off. The joint froze, but crazy. While the camera froze, we get a phone. Well, he gets a phone.
I ain't get no phone call.
He gets a phone call from the mayor of Virginia Beach, Mayor Bobby Dyer, which I think is super huge that we even on the show and this dude get a phone call from the mayor.
Yeah, that's
you know
crazy.
what I'm saying? So
that's crazy.
You definitely the key to the city, man. Like low, not even low key, high key. You the key to the city, man. I think that shit is super dope.
Yeah.
Once again, it's the Diz What It Is podcast. Y'all already know how we do, man. Each and every Sunday we live. I got my man Southside C's in the building. What up? What up?
What up, though?
We got Voss in the building, Scream Man Aaron in the building. And you know our special guest, the one and only Kennick L. Man, this dude is like the vice president, the assistant mayor. I don't even know what to call this dude no more.
Your brother man, bro.
Yo, I don't even know what to call him no more. We sitting here chilling, we talking, and he gets a phone call from the mayor like, oh,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
you know, yeah, I'm on this show. Yo, peace. You know what I mean? Look, he just said peace to the mayor like, yo.
It's definitely Clarence A. out here. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we definitely live with the Illuminati right now. Okay, he just got a phone call from the mayor. I'm blown away. I lost what we was talking about.
Man. Well, let me say
We're talking about voting. We're talking about the census.
Good.
All right, so let's get back to that. No more. Don't drop no more celebrity phone calls on us.
Just a regular guy.
Yeah, that was super dope. So as we talking about the census and talking about how important voting it is, this dude gets a phone call from the mayor. So
yeah, that's right.
It's nothing strange. There's no happiness. Law governs all events.
So break down this. How important is voting for us? Because I know a lot of black people don't vote.
Right.
And I know they might come out to vote this time around. I guess because of the whole Trump thing, a lot of people are upset with Trump.
Right.
And they want to go out and vote just so he's not, in office again.
Right.
How important is it for us to vote? Like on some real shit.
First and foremost, it is very, 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 very important that we vote. And then it is equally as important that we don't vote based off of emotions or vote based off of party lines. So the days of just picking Democrat because they Democrat are done.
Facts.
The days of thinking if you're planning to go vote because you want to vote against Donald Trump, you're doing it for the wrong reasons.
Right.
Facts.
What you got to do is we as a people collectively have got to be more actively involved with government. We have to host forums. We got to go to the civic league, go to city council, go to school board, go and speak to these individuals. Get together in your community and organize in your local community. Get everybody in your neighborhood together and invite all the candidates out. Everybody that's running. Because we must understand that one of the reasons why it's so important is because government works for the people. We the people. Okay, we get into the Constitution, we the people. And this government was established, and this is a republic. So that means the people are in charge. And if you understand how taxes work, if you pay taxes, and everybody getting tax return right now. Everybody happy about taxes, right?
Yeah.
So understand how this works. When you pay taxes every single year, that money goes to the government, and they break it down, and they pay the salaries of your senators, your delegates, your school board, your mayors, your city council members. They literally get paid from your check. Literally. That little money they take out, they take it from everybody, that creates their payroll. And then not only do they get paid from that, they get to vote and make decisions on how they're going to allocate and spend that money on a local level on decisions that impact our everyday lives. Whether it be the roads, whether it be flooding prevention, whether it be
School
education,
zones, anything like that.
prisons, all that stuff is determined by the people that we vote or don't vote for.
And so a lot of people go in there and vote for people we don't know.
Exactly.
I'm be honest. I'm one. I'm guilty. Like I'll go in. I know like the main couple candidates, but then they get down to a few treasurers and people like that, and I just vote. I just circle in the box of the name I like. I'm guilty.
That's a dope name. I'm going with you.
I'm guilty, man. I'm sorry. Sometimes I don't know. I'm not a politician. A lot of man, I won't even say black, but a lot of people in general stray away from politics. Man, they hate politics.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I think it's the fact that people can't directly. Well, a lot of people can't directly see what the government does for them, so they feel like it's like maybe it's like some Big Brother type situation. Please don't do shit for me.
Unless they own a business or something like that. Because I know a few years back, when we was working at the one joint, I remember people used to come in and be upset about the healthcare shit that was going on because Obama, because they had their own business and they didn't qualify or whatever. Their healthcare went up because people like me were getting free healthcare. You know what I mean? At that time when the Obamacare thing was jumping off. So, and in some ways it do affect everybody.
Right.
But I don't know, man. Like,
I
guess because I don't know them, I just vote for what I know. But I guess that proves your point. You shouldn't go in and vote for people you don't know.
Right. And fortunately, we have plenty of time to get involved. So the first thing that we should do is everybody should make sure that you are first a registered voter.
Mika, say
First.
peace, brothers.
Peace.
What's going on? What's going on?
So we
Peace,
got to
everybody
first. We have to
watching.
make sure we're a registered voter. So if you're not a registered voter, go to the voting registrar and register to vote.
Bro,
Make
say
sure your
what up.
family's registered to vote.
What up, though?
And then pay attention to the different community events that are being organized. I know we're working on, through the More Science with America, we're working on organizing some candidates forums right now. We're organizing different events. And then here in Virginia Beach on March 19th, out of the Virginia Beach Library, there will be an event called Civic Engagement, Rights and Duties of Citizenship. That's going to be Thursday, 5:30 to 8:30 out of the Central Library.
Okay.
You can come in. There's going to be an event on Eventbrite. It's going to be promoted and marketed a little more aggressive in the very near future. But we do have different representatives from different facets of government, federal, state, and local, who are going to be out and speaking to their role, how they serve the public. And that's just another opportunity for citizens to get engaged.
Pull up, man.
Welcome
Pull up.
everybody. Come out. Let's get
Start
involved.
getting to know these people y'all voting for, man. Start making a difference out here. That's the first way that we're going to make any kind of change, in fact, is to start voting even on our local levels, man. Going out to these school districts, getting to know these people, man, before y'all just vote for anybody, man, for real.
Instead of voting for a cool name.
Yeah, that's me. I vote for the cool name, but this year I'm gonna get focused. I'm gonna vote. You know what I mean? Y'all gonna see my name up there one day, man. I'm gonna run for.
I'm definitely not going to politics.
I'm gonna run for school board or something like that, man. I'm in the school system, and I see how
there it is.
we be lacking money for certain things, man, and funding for certain things. I see that. You know what I mean? I see the way the kids is directly affected. So yeah, I'm with all that. Let's just get on this school board shit and get us some money around Virginia Beach
And
for the less fortunate kids, not just the ones that's doing great. Because if you go to these schools where the kids are excelling, well, they got everything.
Right.
You go to these schools where I guess I wouldn't even say low or poverty area, but the lower income area schools, man, they lacking, bro. They lacking on textbooks,
You would think it would be
on
opposite
technology, on all of that. So yeah, that shit important.
And the only reason why that's the case is because the parents in those communities aren't actively involved.
So is that part of the census too, though?
Well, the census is more on the federal level. It does impact the local level. But as far as we talk about school board and local government, that's just more so citizens being engaged. You know, we have to get engaged. We got to know these people, man. Like, really. And when you start reaching out to them, they're regular people.
Yeah.
Like, I know this year, I think Aaron Rouse just announced he's running for mayor in Virginia Beach. He's running against Bobby Dyer. So we, especially here in Virginia Beach, have got to pay attention to this election right here. 'Cause this is going to be a pretty big election.
Yeah.
You know, I love both of them. I know both of them. I think they're both pretty good people.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Aaron Rouse, man, doing this thing out here, man.
You
Big
know.
salute for that dude, man. He's definitely out here making a change, man, inspiring a lot of young black brothers to get into politics.
Yeah. So, but the key is like I said, we have to. If you don't know Aaron from a political standpoint, reach out to him. If you don't know Bobby from a political standpoint, reach out to him. We can't vote for people just because we cool, we like them. This is real. Like, we got real life issues. We got school to prison pipeline that we talk about all the time. You work there, you know firsthand.
That's real.
The things you just spoke to in the schools, man. The children not having proper textbooks, schools not being properly developed, all types of issues that will be involved. So, so my thing is like, don't just pick a candidate just because name recognition or because you think, oh, that's a brother or that's a sister or that's a Democrat or Republican. Nah. Get with your people, like what we doing right here, and we invite the candidates out to us.
Okay.
Let's organize a forum, and we host a forum. We tell everybody that's watching, come to the library, and we're going to invite the candidates out, and they get to talk to us, and we ask them questions. And they tell us
the real questions.
Exactly. Ask them the real
Politicians
questions.
lie, man.
They try to, but that's where if you are actively involved, and you hold these people accountable, because they just trying to get your vote. We ain't gonna front. We know y'all need votes, so they're gonna tell you just about a lot. Some of them, I can say all of them.
What you want to hear.
Yeah.
Many of them will tell you what they think you want to hear to get your vote. So all you do is take note of what they're saying, write it down, post them in front of large forums with the camera. Then, if or when they win, guess what? You pull up on them and say, "Hey, on this date, you said you would handle this situation doing X, Y, and Z.
Right.
This is the situation. What you gonna do?"
And what would they be like? Well, I don't remember that.
They sign off on that one.
I know. Watch the glitch.
Who's this guy?
No stealing nothing.
Security?
I know.
And we respond with our vote the next time around because they're gonna be back and need more votes.
Right.
You know, we got to understand our power. Like
As
we
the
the people.
Okay.
We the people.
Let them know, man. We got power out there.
Yeah,
people.
we the people, man. The government works for you. They serve your interests.
That's what's up, man.
Straight up.
That's what's up, man. Anybody that got any information or that wants any more information, man, make sure y'all go to Kenneth L Speaks. He definitely doing his thing each and every day on Facebook. Follow him, man. Definitely, man. He's holding it down for the people out here, low key. Another thing I want to tap on, man, just to get off the top of the politics for a second. Pharrell. I know you built a relationship with Pharrell over the last couple months or whatever, or the last couple years, working with him with this Something in the Water Festival. What are y'all working on as far as I know you had a big part in trying to keep everybody safe and there was no incidents last year. So what are y'all working on as far as this year, man, and keeping the festival going and whatnot?
All right. Well, first, I don't work directly with Pharrell. I was just a volunteer with the city, and I got connected to it was really known as College Beach Weekend. Everybody that's been around here, they know that was historically College Beach Weekend. And a few years ago, the city had decided that they wanted to do something different that weekend to try to counter the behavior because there wasn't a lot of activity. So I think it was 2 years ago or 3 years ago, I volunteered with the Human Rights Commission to be an observer, and we went down there and we observed the city's behavior. And this is the College Behavior Weekend. There was nothing to do, so we all responded, advocated, and that we put together something for the citizens. And that's when when Pharrell, honest to him and his team, he came out and they did implement the Something in the Water Festival during that weekend. Really, now it's the whole week this year. So
yeah, that's dope. It's growing.
I think it's a great thing that Pharrell is doing. I think it brings a lot of positive light to the city. I know this year, just from the feedback I heard last year when I was a little more actively involved with the through the commission, is that they are trying to get more local artists and more of the local community involved. I know there's opportunities to volunteer again through the Human Rights Commission Observers Program. I know that the Something in the Water team is looking for volunteers. I know there's lots of stuff going around. So I think the main thing is it was just an opportunity to create something positive for the community. I just volunteered because I'm for the people, and I don't like seeing our people being destroyed, and that's what I thought was happening prior to the Something in the Water Festival. I think Pharrell created a positive environment for us, so we can all get actively involved. However, that's only 1 week, so let's not stop there and don't get caught up in the parties and everything.
Right.
That's good, and it's a great for the business in the community. It stimulates the economy. So we as a city and as a people have got to come together and welcome everybody into the city and watch this thing continue to grow.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
that's what it is, man. I definitely salute Pharrell for that, man, because he definitely made a positive change out here, man. A lot of people are going around. And it's a job fair as well for the Something in the Water Festival. Touching on that, man. It's a lot of opportunities for jobs out here, too, man. So jump on that. I forgot the link, but I will post it up and share it, man, soon. Y'all can go to my Facebook, my Instagram, and look for that, man. I'm going to post a link for the job fair, Something in the Water joint. What else? What up, C, man? You quiet today, man. What's going on? That liquor on your back, boy.
On my back, boy.
Hey.
It was fun though, man. But the funny thing about drinking is it's mad fun when you drinking. But that morning,
You old, man.
it's like yikes.
You old, bro.
Nah, I'm never old. I'm timeless.
Yeah, man. You
I'm
old
timeless.
now.
That point
You know
there.
what I'm saying?
You
I'm
old
timeless.
now, man. Look, when you drink now and it take 2 days to recover instead of that
Oh
one.
nah, definitely not no 2 days.
Yeah.
But
it's 8 o'clock.
It was rough. It was
It's
rough.
9:30.
Yeah, I'm still a little slow.
And you still slumped.
Still a little slow.
That's a whole nother day.
I had a great night though. I had a great night.
Hey, y'all think about the fight though?
Boy, the fight.
Oh. Beyonce Wilder with
We
the
talked about that last week,
yeah,
man.
that's
the
all good,
uniform
man.
part.
Huh?
How you blaming everything?
How you blame on the
Oh,
uniform?
yeah. How you feel about
That's
that?
some bullshit.
He walked out with the
That's some
LED lights
bullshit.
in his joint.
He should have did all that then.
I'm just saying.
I mean, that showed probably some football.
Take your
pads.
L like a man.
Yeah, that's not cool, man. I don't like the fact that he's being a sore loser, yo.
His legs was already weak. He had the Uncle Richie legs.
His legs was weak after that
He
third
had the
round.
Uncle Richie legs, bro. Say it with your chest. He was saying everything with his chest and he had no legs, man. No legs.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed. I think Wilder could have He could have performed better.
Yeah, it is.
And I understand it.
He did
I
his
understand it. We
He
can't
did his
deny
best.
that if you walk around with 40 pounds weights and then you jump into a
15,
ring,
20 minutes.
naturally his legs was like noodles when he took it off. So it wasn't very
His legs was
intelligent.
noodles
You should
anyway.
have said it.
Right.
But it is a plausible thing.
His trainer, his team should have thought that through. So that's something else to consider. It's like
You know
that's
what
where your
that's-
team got to make
You
sure.
know what that smell like?
I'm not giving that, bro.
You know what
I'm
that
not
smell like
giving
to
that.
me?
He walked down the aisle with some football pads, with some LED lights in them, and now they're trying to take away the fact that Tyson Fury beat his ass.
That's why I said to
I
me
don't
that
like
smell
that,
like a
bro.
cop out. 2 words, cop out.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
he's been a
he-
sore loser, yo. But you
It is
got
what it
another
is.
chance, Deontay Wilder.
I don't wanna
'Cause
see
there's
that.
gonna be a Fury Wilder 3.
I don't wanna
and
see
he
that.
gonna beat your ass again.
I don't-
Like,
I'm being honest, do you
unless
wanna
he can
see
learn how to
3?
box in a year.
Do you want to see the a third of them?
I do.
I don't want to see the trilogy
I mean, yes, I definitely want to see it now.
Punch a chance.
Like, put yourself in that
And then,
position.
yeah, one punch.
because he got to punch his chance. It's cool.
No. Put yourself in
one punch.
in Tyson Fury's position. You just went out, performed, valiant performance. You know what I'm saying? A very great boxer in Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
And now this guy is taken away from what you've done in the ring, the things that you've worked for after you done beat his ass. Talking about some costume shit. Definitely, I want all the smoke.
Hey, look.
So now I'm gonna beat no costumes at all. Let's not wear costumes at all. Like that's a clause now. Like
Hey, I'm weak.
that's
I'm weak.
crazy.
I'm weak, though,
You can't take that away from that man, yo. I feel like that's
I'm weak because the whole podcast, this nigga been dead sleep. Soon as you talk about boxing, this nigga is up.
Oh, yeah, man.
you know,
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
That's my thing. That's my thing.
What? Who
You can't
punching
take,
who? What?
You can't take nothing away from
Niggas
that
fighting,
man.
right.
That was a great performance by Tyson Fury, and this nigga
was.
talking about his outfit was too heavy. No, his legs was gone after that third round knockdown, bro.
Boss tried to Boss
Yeah.
this nigga up. Boss like, we think about that fight. Let's get seats up.
That was
crazy.
Layla Ali and Clarissa.
Oh yeah, they been popping shit too.
Thing, like that nigga. Oh man, this joint about to be like.
Layla Ali is the most beautiful boxer of
About
all
to go out
time.
retirement to fight this young girl.
She's definitely not gonna come out of retirement.
She said they pay her right.
Clarissa Shields.
$10 million bag. She was like $5 to $10 million bag. She coming and can fight her.
Yo, I don't care
42
how
years
old
old.
I am. if
Yeah,
a nigga
nah,
beat
bro. Nah.
Yo,
Layla,
It's not like she
def-
stopped
They
training.
give me, yo, you give me,
She's
Clarissa
did stop
Shields.
training.
you give me $10 million.
Clarissa Shields
I'm
will beat
boxing.
the bricks off Layla Ali
I don't
right
know who
now.
that is, but I'm just saying.
I mean, beat the brakes. She'll beat the brakes off your ass.
You give me $5 million. I'll fight Clarissa for $5 million.
Off your ass.
I'll let her beat me up too on national TV for everybody. I'll take that $5 million and run. Yeah, she whooped me, bro. Yeah, you saw that fight. Yeah, she whooped my ass. Now I'm gonna ride past you in this Bentley while I talk about.
Big facts.
You know what I'm saying?
With your eye looking like Martin from Have you seen the memes of the Deontay Wilder shit?
Yeah.
You remember the episode of Martin when he was on, he fought Tommy the Hitman Hearns? Your whole head was swole. Like, that's crazy.
Speaking of memes, I want to shout out to my man Ro and Rodiculous for the Summer Jam screen of my man B-Rab. Now, yesterday, I popped up on the book. I see it. B-Rab got the Smile White joint on, the glow in the dark joint. Took a picture with the light out.
Dun dun dun.
And the crew immediately killed this nigga. They immediately killed him. I mean, yo, they immediately
That's
killed him.
bad, yo.
Rose started tagging people on the post. They immediately killed him. I mean, Summer
Super
Jam
ugly.
screen.
It was
That's
super
because he
ugly.
tried to get that Jake off his back.
They tagged him in the front. They tagged him on the belly. Shout out to my man Young Barnes for that meme too, man. Oh my God. Tagged him on it.
Yo, they hit
Shout out
him
to
with the
B-Rab,
Game of
man.
Thrones
B-Rab, fresh
What up, B?
home.
Peace.
Doing things you shouldn't be doing on social media, sir. That's all that is.
That's what it
It
is.
did. Man, they lit his ass up.
Yeah.
I was gonna jump in, but I was too late. There was already 100 comments on the joint. I was like, I'm done.
Say I'm just gonna spectate from here.
Yeah, I just threw my little laughing out there. I'm done.
That's what I
Late to
did.
the party. Yeah, man.
Oh man, everybody killing with the Tron.
They did, man. They got him. Hey, man,
Oh
look.
man,
I'ma-
I seen some very.
I'ma
You guys
look
are
one
very
up.
creative.
I'm gonna
B.
look one up.
That whole Game of Thrones joint, that was pretty slick.
See,
You're good, you.
see,
You're
ain't-
good, you.
See, you don't got Facebook, so you don't really, you don't know how we do that group chat, boy.
Oh,
That shit ridiculous.
Just die every day, B. You know what I'm saying? Every day, B. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Back to my man Ken. I know I'm jumping around, man. You know how we do, man. But I know I've been saying nigga a lot. And that's something I'm trying to work on. Break that shit down for me, man. Why should because it's so stuck in my vocab. And my mom's I know my mom's probably watching. My mom's get on me all the time. You know what I'm saying? About saying the word nigga so much. And I find myself catching my students say it way too much. I'm like, yo, chill. We gotta get off that nigga shit. So, like, break it down for me, man. Like, how do we get off this nigga shit, quote unquote?
Good question. And best thing I can do is encourage everybody to get to your local Moorish Science Love American. It's a process.
Get your feds, boy.
It's a process.
Get
Okay.
your feds, little baby.
I can tell you right now. Look, we not Negro because Negro is a name to a river in West Africa by Moors because it contained black water.
But isn't that a Spanish word for black? Negro.
Negro, yes. However,
I know something.
Right.
I know something.
Right. So good point. However, now let's talk about the black thing.
Right.
Black, according to science, means death. We're talking about political and social science.
Okay.
Civilly to mortus, dead in the eyes of the law, means you don't have any rights. Color means anything that's been painted, stained, varnished, or dyed. And it's important for us to know that none of those terms properly identify us. Like, if you look at my skin, it's not black.
No, it's not.
No matter how you want to science it up. And I respect our people. I understand. That's my favorite color too. I understand that. I'm a really dark brother.
You black is the ace of spades, man.
I'm a dark-hued brother. However, I'm not black. So when we talk about properly identifying ourselves and social and economic issues and resolving our issues and getting serious, we got to raise our thoughts and get in tune with who we actually are. And we're not black people. You know, I love my people. I know our people get sensitive when they hear that, but this is the thing that we look for in the Moorish Science of America is first, do you have race pride?
Yeah, I'm black and I'm proud.
If you love your race, okay. Do you believe our condition can improve?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Then you should join the Moorish Science Temple of America because then you will have the power to redeem your race. Because that's literally what we do, is teach our people that information. And we focus on our social and economic issues. And it's a group of people, citizens, who already know this. So we ain't in there arguing, debating, and bickering. We working on social economic resolutions, and we're teaching this to our children, and we're moving forward.
Can I be black and proud without being no more?
I mean, you could be whatever you call yourself, but that doesn't change who you are.
Break that down. Break it down.
So you could call yourself anything. You could call yourself Negro, black, colored, whatever you feel like saying, but that doesn't change who you actually are.
So just like who are we?
Well, in truth, we are spirit man. Let's raise it up a little higher. Let's go real deep.
Let's break it down. We smart here, man.
Right. In actuality, all right, man is not the body nor the soul, but the spirit. Okay? So from a spirit plane, we're all spirit man, first and foremost. We're spiritual beings. We're having a human experience. We have a body. So we're in this body functioning. But we can't confuse ourselves with the body. We have a soul that we can function on to help us think, reason, and understand and will. However, none of those are actually us. All that stuff is finite. The body's finite. The soul is finite. So the spirit man, which is who we truly are, is infinite. That's who we got to get in tune with. So we have to get in tune with our spirit.
So be more spiritual beings versus being more
carnal. Caught up in this physical world and caught up in all the physical finite things you can see. And the only way to get into that infinite sense is that, that infinite place is purify yourself. Keep your heart and your mind pure with love and your body clean with water.
And that goes back to the food,
the
diet,
the
water.
The people you surrounding yourself with, the information that you're taking in. Are you meditating?
That's all 360 degrees.
Yeah. Do you take time to sit down and meditate, or do you stress yourself out because you don't think positive thoughts?
So what's a good form of meditating, man, now that you touched on that?
Yeah, I mean, lots of different forms, man. I suggest everybody take at least an hour a day and meditate when you get home from your job, from your school, or any time you got throughout the day. Just take an hour at least. Yeah, give yourself an hour.
That's a long time, man.
If you can't, so look,
people out here with kids, you can't get an hour of nothing. Look, so that's hard. Give me some game. How can you really meditate out here?
4 15-minute intervals throughout the day.
Okay.
Break it down. Give yourself 15 minutes when you wake up. You can play different binaural beats. You can play different drums, different vibrations. There's lots of stuff on YouTube, different hertz you can listen to. There's so many different things.
Yeah,
So
I was talking to Voss a couple days ago about the hertz and what frequencies to listen to align certain chakras or whatnot.
It
you know what I'm
is.
saying? I know something.
You know a lot, brother.
I know something.
You in tune.
Yeah,
Diz
man.
know what
I've
it
been
is.
in tune, man. Diz know what it is. Hey. So yeah, man. I was talking to Voss about it the other day, man. Just talking about the hertz or whatnot. So I know you can meditate in certain aspects just by listening to certain vibrations or certain frequencies that line your chakras and all that.
Yeah,
So
and then
where
when
you go get the frequencies from?
You can YouTube that shit,
yeah.
You can go to YouTube.
Play,
Matter
play
of fact,
a certain sound.
YouTube, put in meditation
Facts.
music. And what you
It's
do
new to
is,
the internet.
yeah, go to YouTube, put in
internet is
meditation
undefeated,
music.
bro.
And what you do is, look, it's important to know when you're meditating.
It's on Spotify
Okay.
too.
yeah,
What?
you can meditate
Spotify,
everywhere, man. It's all kind of
Yeah,
shit to
all
listen to
the time. Just
meditate.
put it on
I'm gonna put you on after the show.
Yeah.
The key is
Yeah,
the
I'm
key
about
is
to-
that you're breathing. One, so you got to be breathing properly. You want to eat right. That's huge. I think that's probably one of the most underrated aspects is your eating.
So if you're eating bad, does that mean you're not properly meditating?
No, you can meditate, but your chakras could be toxic. If you got if your stomach is swollen, for example, if you got a big belly, because you got your abdomen is swollen because you overconsume,
Because you full.
you're full. Your solar plex chakra is not going to be functioning at peak efficiency because when the energy comes in and it tries to go through your chakras, it gets blocked up in that solar plex because your digestive system has to work twice as hard just to try to break down this food because you got all this feces and waste and unnecessary stuff.
So you
in
can't even meditate properly. You can't align your chakras because you ain't even eating right.
Right, your chakras, right, it's done in tune. So it's important that you purify your body. That way you can be at optimal health.
Okay.
If you haven't detoxed, then chances are you're full of old mucoid plaque still. Which, if you don't know what mucoid plaque is, please
Google it, baby. Google it,
Type
like
in mucoid plaque. MUCOIDPLAQUE. Mucoid plaque, and you will see that it is old feces that is just sitting there in the lining of our intestines that is
nasty.
compounding, especially if you keep eating and eating and eating and eating. And if you're not going to the restroom, if your digestive system is not working,
Right.
you should eat and go to the restroom within 30 minutes to,
Yo, see,
2
that's
hours,
me.
4
That's
hours.
me right there.
You should eat, come out.
That's for me.
You
That's
know?
me right there.
If it
Everybody
ain't-
in my family think I'm weird because, like, you know what I mean? You gotta go. You know?
Yeah, you got a healthy
you
digestive
need to
system.
eat good.
So if you
Yeah.
eat right, bro.
Give this man a
you
meal
good.
prep. Give this man a meal prep. She's the worst,
I've
man.
been doing.
I love him,
I
man. It's
did
my
better
best
this
friend and
week,
my
yo.
brother.
I've been doing
Yeah.
better this
But
week,
he
man.
sucks at eating, man. I do
doing
too,
better
though.
this
I
week.
eat out a lot. I don't really cook it much at all.
Whatever
And,
that chili shit was that he was eating.
I already know. I don't
Delicious.
cook, yeah, I don't cook at all.
Well, a lot of us,
me too, screen, man. Fuck you.
a lot of us just weren't properly educated. I mean, on proper diet. Honest to all of our loved ones and family and friends, but we grew up on a traditional soul food diet.
Which is
Most of us
traditionally bad for
did.
us.
So, we were unaware of this information.